Hey plant lovers, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be sharing with you some exciting new growth updates in my plant collection, and also just talking a bit about a bit of a change of attitude that I've had recently to collecting plants. So I'll get into that in a bit, but first of all I'm going to show you some of the really cool growth updates that I have to share with you today. So the first thing I want to share with you is this little guy, and if you've been on my channel for a while you may remember this plant. This is the Syngonium tricolour, and I actually bought this ages and ages ago from a garden centre, and I got it from the sale section, and it was quite it was much bigger than this at the time. I'll insert a clip of how it looked when I bought it. But it turned out that this plant had root rot, and you know, you win some, you lose some. I got it from the sale section, so you know, it was a gamble, and most of the plant did end up dying off, but I managed to keep just this little bit here, and you can see all the leaves that you see on this are new leaves, and I've basically been nurturing this one for months and months now. It's been under a humidity cover. I've just taken it out today to show you, but basically I've just had it under a humidity cover, and I've just been keeping an eye on it, and it's growing new leaves and it's looking really good. You can see there's even some pinky coloured ones coming out now, and if I just lift it out of there, tip it up, you can see there's a root growing out of the bottom there. So it may be that I've managed to save this plant from root rot. I was so determined to try and save it, and yeah, this plant, it may or may not survive, I don't know, but so far so good, and I'm feeling quite pleased about that. And yeah, I'll keep you posted on whether this little plant does survive, but it's been a bit of a project for me, and as I say, I've been waiting months and months for this one to actually grow. I had some other bits too that I tried to save, and those bits died, but this one was the only one that actually survived. But yeah, that's a nice little success story, and if I just lift that one gently, you can see that one has got some pink in it, and the newest one here, you can start to see that tricolour variegation coming through. So yeah, I'll keep you posted on whether this one continues to do well, but so far it's doing really well, and hopefully one day I will have a proper plant out of this. Another thing that I recently did was I chopped and propped my Syngonium albo. This is a few of the cuttings here, and I'm not going to get them out of the jar, but hopefully you can see through there are some roots forming in there. And this is really good news because this plant also succumbed to root rot, unfortunately. This was a bit of a different story. This one had come from an order that I made online, and unfortunately it wasn't a very good experience. I won't go into it too much because if you're a regular on my channel you will have heard me go into it, but basically the plant got root rot and I ended up having to cut it up. But a couple of the cuttings have failed and I've thrown those away, but I have quite a number of them which are successful, including this one, as I say, and they are starting to root. So hopefully, again, I should be able to save this plant, and the leaves are looking healthy too. So yeah, it's early days still, as I say, but I'm hoping that this is good news, and eventually I'll have a nice Syngonium albo plant that's healthy. And yeah, another really positive update, and it's attaching itself to my hair, is this new growth that I have on my variegated umbrella plant. All these leaves up here that you can see they're smaller than the other ones. These are all new leaves, and these are the first new leaves that this plant's been putting out since I got it. And I also found this pot for it. I've decided to pop this plant in this pot. I do like to kind of experiment with pots until I find one that suits the plant, but I think I found the pot for this plant. I like the style of it, how it's kind of rounded, and then the foliage is kind of complementary to it. But anyway, back to the growth. Yep, all these little leaves here, they're all new, and yeah, these are the first leaves that this plant has had since I bought it, and it's actually grown over its support stick now. So really pleased about that. And I am obsessed with umbrella plants, so it's really nice to see this one growing, and hopefully it will continue to grow nicely for me. And yeah, it's just bringing me lots of joy, and I can see the variegation in the leaves too, so that's really cool as well. Another update I wanted to share is this bloodleaf plant, and I'll insert a clip for comparison of how it looked after I had chopped it. But I chopped and propped this one, and I'm just amazed at how beautifully this one is growing. It's grown so much since I chopped and propped it, and it's always a little bit worrying when you chop up a plant, isn't it? Will it grow back nicely? But this one has really grown back so nice. Look at those lush shiny new leaves, aren't they gorgeous? But yeah, this plant has responded so well to being chopped, and I have it in a fairly highlight position at the moment. It's really responding well to that. But the leaves are just so pretty, aren't they? And when I first got this plant, I have to say I was a little bit nervous because I felt like I wasn't giving it what it wanted. But now that it's growing really well, I really do love it. I recently put it into this pot too, because with it being such a colourful plant, I figured it's kind of nice to have a neutral colour pot and let the plant kind of shine. But yeah, I'm really impressed with how this one is growing, and as I say, I'm finding myself loving it far more than I thought I would. So yeah, if you've got one of these and you're wondering, should I chop and prop it? Definitely do, because it definitely grows back nice and bushy when you do. The next thing I wanted to show you is the flower on my Dieffenbachia there. It has finally come through, so I thought I'd give you a look at what it looks like. It's not very remarkable. It's kind of got a green spathe, and then it's got the white flower in there, but I wanted to just leave it so that I could see what it looked like. And I know a lot of people do cut flowers off, and I have to be honest, I do that a lot too, especially with flowers like this that are unremarkable. But because I'd never seen a Dieffenbachia flower before, I wanted to let it come out and have a look. So I thought I'd show you in case you've never seen one before. This is what it looks like. As I say, it's not the most showy flower in the world, and at some point soon I shall cut it off. But I thought I'd give you a look at what it looks like. It's kind of interesting. But yeah, you probably wouldn't notice it unless you were kind of paying close attention to plants. It's not the most showy of flowers, as I say, is it? But yeah, it's interesting to see anyway. Yeah, so the other thing I wanted to just touch on briefly is my kind of attitude to collecting plants has changed a bit recently. I feel like I've kind of got enough plants now. I'm certainly not going to put myself on a plant ban or anything like that, but in future I'm going to be a little bit more picky about how many plants I bring into my home. I've got quite a lot of plants now, and I have to say that it's taking a lot of time to care for them, and I don't want to have so many plants that it becomes stressful. With it being very hot at the moment, we're having a little mini heat wave in the UK. There are a few more pests about. I'm having to kind of keep on top of that, as well as watering, and yeah, they're just everywhere, and I feel like I have enough. I feel like I just want to appreciate the plants I've got and take care of the plants I've got, rather than looking to collect loads and loads more. I'd rather just focus on the ones I have, making them fuller, making them healthier, because I think if I collect too many plants over what I have now, I could get into the kind of territory of maybe accidentally neglecting some plants. And yeah, I also want plant care to be fun and relaxing. I don't want it to become overly stressful. So I'm kind of going on a bit of a declutter thing at the moment. I'm not necessarily getting rid of plants, although I have got rid of a few plants, but I'm also finding myself wanting to declutter my home, declutter my mind, everything really. And yeah, just the plants are another thing that I want to kind of try and just optimize, really, make the most of what I have, appreciate what I've already got. And the same goes for everything in life as well. You know, I'm just finding myself wanting to really appreciate things as they are. rather than wanting more. And yeah, I'm just finding this branching out into everything at the moment. So don't worry, I'm still going to go plant shopping and I'm still going to enjoy looking at plants, and as I say, I will buy the odd plant now and again, something that really speaks to me or something special that I've been looking out for. So I'm not going to ban myself from shopping or getting new plants, but yeah, I'm just going to be a bit more mindful about what I bring into my home. Same with what I bring into my mind, what I bring into my body, into my life. I'm really getting this whole kind of holistic thing going on at the moment where I feel like I need to kind of just cleanse everything and be careful about what I do bring in. But anyway, enough about that. I feel like I've gone on a bit there. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did enjoy the video, give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you'd like to see more content from me. And until next time guys, make sure you look after your plants and look after yourself.